Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Sauce from the TikTok Kingdom, and today we got a crazy video for you. Some absolutely insane drama was leaked just last night, and we're going to be breaking it down all for you. Now, this video did take a while to research and create, so if you guys could, make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave a like. We are very close to 15,000 subscribers. We might have already hit it at the time of this recording. I haven't checked. So if we have, thank you so much for 15,000 subscribers, and continue on subscribing. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. So last night, Daisy Keech uploaded a video called The Truth About the Hype House. It's a 22-minute long video, so it's very long, but I'm going to be breaking down all the juicy points in detail about it. So if you haven't heard, there has been some recent drama that was leaked with Daisy and the Hype House account unfollowing Daisy, liking tweets on Twitter complaining about Thomas, the owner of the Hype House, but nothing was confirmed until last night. Nobody knew the exact details, they just knew something sketchy was going on in the backgrounds of the Hype House, and finally all that juicy drama was leaked by Daisy herself. So Daisy starts off the video talking about her relationship with Thomas Petrou, and if you don't know who that is, I don't blame you. It's this guy. He is what everyone believed to be on the internet the owner of the Hype House. However, this is actually not true, and Daisy will go into this later on in the video. She talks about how her and Thomas met, and they actually met in Team 10. Yeah, that Team 10. Thomas was a member of Team 10 when he sadly was fired from Team 10 and had absolutely no job and no money. However, Daisy and Thomas were low-key kind of friends at the time, and Daisy said, hey, I really want to help a friend out, and decided to hire Thomas as her personal photographer and video editor. Now, as time went on, they became even better friends and hung out almost every single day, and the two were almost inseparable. Now, in late 2018, early 2019, Thomas started hanging out with a certain individual, Chase, after they did a photo shoot for Chase. And yes, that Chase is Lil Huddy. So since Thomas was hanging out a lot more with Chase, and Daisy was already hanging out with Thomas, eventually Chase and Daisy met up and the two kicked it off. Between the three of them, they had talks about starting a content house, but they didn't really know exactly what direction they wanted to go, if they wanted to start a YouTube content house or if they wanted to start a TikTok content house. So they really didn't know, but they had that idea in mind. A few weeks later, the three of Daisy, Chase, and Thomas all met up with the crew of Alex Warren. And if you don't know who that is, he is a content creator who makes YouTube videos, and he has friends like Cover, who is also a part of the Hype House, and Rylan and Papper Yates, all these other members of the Hype House. They hung out for a weekend in an Airbnb just to see how they'd match up, and they ended up having a fantastic time and decided this is the crew that they wanted to start the Hype House with. So they all knew that they needed to get a big house so that they can invite content creators to come into the house and make content for the Hype House. So with that in mind, the following people put down the following amounts of money towards this house. Daisy Keech put down $18,000. Lil Huddy also put down $18,000. Thomas put down $5,000. Cover put down $5,000, and Alex Warren also put down $5,000. This money was basically just to pay for the rent of the Hype House. So once all this was paid, everything seemed to be going fine. They all found themselves as co-founders, and there was no issues at all until they did their first press conference ever. Daisy was at that press conference, and I believe it was with New York Times, and she said she felt overwhelmed with the press conference and didn't state in any of the interviews that she was a co-founder. However, Lil Huddy, on the other hand, and Thomas had their managers there, and they made sure that they stated they were co-founders of the Hype House. So Daisy felt a little discouraged that she wasn't getting the credit that she deserved, and not many people of the public eye knew that she was actually a co-founder of the Hype House. She brought it up with Thomas, and Thomas said that he was very sorry, and then the next interview he would make sure to clarify that she was also a co-founder. However, that interview came by and Thomas didn't mention it at all. So obviously this ticked off Daisy a lot, considering she literally put down $18,000 towards this house, where Thomas only put down $5,000 and he was getting almost all of the credit for the hype house. Even I'll admit, when I first heard the hype house, I generally thought Thomas was the owner of the hype house and he was the one who made the idea and paid for the house. But this was just not true. At this point in the video, I was kind of confused as to why she stretched out a 22-minute long rant on the hype house when the only reason she was mad is because she wasn't getting enough recognition. However, it gets way worse. So by this point in time, for whatever reason, Thomas completely took over control and had control of all social media accounts. This means the TikTok account, the Instagram account. He had control over all social media. This meant that he controlled what was posted, what was following on the account, and everything to that aspect. Now, this didn't make sense to Daisy considering there's so many other co-founders, and how come he just so happened to have access to all the accounts and not the other members. And he said in his defense that the reason he should have access to all the accounts is because he's the businessman and that Daisy is just an Instagram model. Now, this is very mean of him to say and can be very sexist, saying that women can't do business. So obviously I could understand where Daisy's coming from and why she's angry in this situation. But it gets even worse. Thomas claims to Daisy and the other co-founders of the hype house that the hype house has made absolutely no money. Yet Thomas is out here buying expensive $10,000 cats and 20 grand watches, and everyone's questioning where is he getting all this money from. However, no one can actually fact check this considering Thomas has all the emails, so no one knows what kind of brand deals they're getting and what kind of money they're getting from the hype house. Now, if Thomas paid the most for the down payment on the hype house, I could understand why he would want full control. However, he didn't. He literally paid 5 grand. Daisy and Chase both paid 18,000 and Alex and Cover also paid 5 grand. Why does he get full control and no one else gets any control? Another point that Daisy brings up is that when a female coming into the hype house believed to be either Charlie D'Amelio or Avani Gregg, Thomas literally told Daisy to go and manipulate that girl so that she would be encouraged to join the hype house. Like, that is such a shady thing to do, and there's so many other shady things he does as well. He hosts a music video and a merch release and just doesn't tell Daisy at all. He doesn't even tell any of the co-founders. So by this point, Daisy is seeing right through Thomas's BS. She understands she's going to get screwed over if she doesn't stand up for herself, so she files for the patent on the hype house. Now, since Daisy has the patent on the hype house, technically she owns the branding of the hype house and they can't sell any merchandise without her permission. This is a very smart move by Daisy, but Daisy stated that she just wants to move on from the whole situation and wants to let the hype house go in the past. I unfortunately think this whole situation is going to be the official downfall of the hype house, considering Daisy is not the only co-founder here that's getting screwed over. Lil Huddy is also getting screwed over, and Alex and Cover are also getting screwed over by Thomas. Unless Thomas changes his ways, I think this is going to be the end. Anyways, it's been the Sauce from the TikTok Kingdom. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and if you did, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Anyways, wash your hands and stay safe. Peace. See ya later.